Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley93o, by the way, and this is Stellar Blade, or as I like to call it, the Nier Automata we have at home. We're going to be running the New Game Plus story mode category, which is we have everything unlocked, and we're just going to run over everything on the easiest difficulty possible. So join with me are my wonderful commentators. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Squidly. I'm just here to commentate, have a good time.
Hello, I'm Gino, aka halfwaytillbliss, but everyone just calls me Bliss. I'm a YouTube streamer focused on Stellar Blade and adjacent games. I do speedruns too, mostly glitches though, but my main thing is challenge runs and hitless shenanigans.
And I'm BloodThunder. I know nothing about this game at all. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm excited to learn.
You're going to be in for a time. So,
I've heard that.
So time is going to be starting once I hit story mode, so I will give you a countdown, and that's going to be 3, 2, 1, start.
Let's go.
All right, Gino, so what are we doing? What's going on in the world right now?
We are playing Stellar Blade. So we're kind of dropped into the middle of the story. We're part of Airborne Squad number 7, and we're trying to save what's left of humanity from the Natibas, these kind of like alien-looking creatures that are going to be the enemies we fight throughout the game. And so crash landing here, and I should say, again, this is the 7th Airborne Squad, so there have been 6 squads before us. We're going to encounter some members of those former squads.
Yeah, they're trying to like retake the Earth, as it were.
Correct, and so we're about to get the big unveiling of our protagonist here.
Yeah, we do start out in first person. It's just kind of misleading because it's not a first person game, and you're even given like this little QTE which does literally nothing, as you see.
You can fail this.
Yeah, you can fail this, but what does it do if you fail?
Nothing. You can also fail the next QTE if you want.
And that also does nothing except lose you time, so.
This character here, Taki, she just gets a little bit peeved at you if you don't do the QTE because she's like, come on, give me your hand.
It's so simple.
This place is dangerous. Take my hand.
Yeah, so this is where we can get our main character, Eve. She's a little dramatic because she's literally in an active war zone, as you can tell by the bombs going off in the background. But she has to do her Sailor Moon transition into her outfit before she can fight.
Cue transition.
Hell yeah.
Very glamorous.
So you want to talk about beta skills and beta energy and what we're looking for out here?
Yeah, so in this intro section, actually, if you're starting a new game, you don't start with anything. You can't even run. But since we're on New Game Plus, we're going to have everything unlocked. We're going to do a couple of backstabs here to charge a little bit of extra energy. So we can do stealth kills to one-shot enemies. And the main thing we're trying to do is charge those little blue squares in the bottom left to have access to our powerful beta skills.
I see you still have your comments.
Yeah, so like I said, we are going to be running over most of the early game bosses, and we're basically building up the energy we're going to use to do that. So, interesting thing I found is if you double jump dash into that cutscene, you keep your sprint. Usually, the sprint in this game is a toggle, and usually you get kicked out of it when you go into that cutscene, but if you double jump dash in there, you keep your sprint, and that saves probably no time, but it's interesting to talk about nonetheless.
Tiny optimization.
Yeah.
We're
also going to do jump attacks. You'll see that throughout the run. That's it's a pretty fast attack, and it does, I think, double damage that you do normally. And then right here, there's a 50-50 if we get another extra enemy. Looks like we lucked out and saved about a second.
Yeah, the jumping attacks are really powerful just because they are super, super quick. And so every regular attack you do charges that beta energy in the bottom of those little blue squares. If you look at this HUD, it's a lot of squares. It's very super thematic because we are essentially playing as an android. So everything's kind of like, digital. As well as the boss hitboxes or the boss health bars, once you start seeing them, they're also a bunch of squares.
Hope we got hit. I'm not going to say that's never happened before, but.
We're going to have one of those moments, that's for sure.
So a small minor thing is we do switch between controller and keyboard on this run a lot. And that's mainly because it is easier to use beta skills on the keyboard, so we're just going to mash 4 and just run over this guy just like that. And then additionally, like any and all menuing in this run is just faster on keyboard.
Yes. Yeah, that was the tutorial boss. It's optional if you die to them, just like any Dark Souls game. If you die to the tutorial boss, it's fine, it progresses. Also, we are never skipping cutscenes again. What just happened?
Talkie, more like talk to you later.
Yeah, this game was inspired by several games. One of them, though, you might see immediately is Sekiro, because we do a lot of, maybe not in this speed run, but we do some parries. If you like the Sekiro-style parries, you're going to love this game.
And yeah, so fast forward 2 days later, we have a support character that saved us out of that sticky situation, and now he's, what has he done? He's like sent us back out into the wild to go find something for him.
I think to collect some stuff.
Yeah, collect some stuff.
Yeah, he rescued us from that unidentified Natiba, that monster creature, which you didn't get to see because we skipped the cutscene, but trust me, if you play the demo, you can experience that whole sequence.
This must be Earth's rain.
So now you want to talk about progression gates?
Sure. So there's several progression keypads in this game. They just act as progression gates. To solve them, we have to go and find the code in the overworld. However, we enter a combat state and it doesn't let us interact with anything. So we just have to take out these enemies, search this body, and now we have the code. The code is actually the same every single time, but we can't enter it unless we actually go and pick it up, and the keyboard is random every single time.
Yeah, so this little keyboard entry is the only thing stopping you from doing a blind run, like a blindfolded run, I should say.
And just then we skipped over like a slow walk trigger. There are a lot of moments in this game where it wants to use a slow walk so you can see something, and we can usually just jump straight through them, charge through them, do whatever to get around them. So yeah.
Several moments where the game's trying to slow you down. We actually just ran past what it would be a mandatory camp. Since we're on New Game Plus, we can sprint right past that.
For sure. You're going to notice I'm moving around a lot with the sword charge ability. That is an ability that is constantly recharging every 8 seconds. So pretty much anytime I'm moving in a straight line and that's up, I use it.
And you'll see that little circle in the bottom right. You can see the beta skills, and those are the 4 circles in the bottom right. And right above, there's a circle that you'll see filling constantly. That is our rush, the dash attack, which is our main movement tech.
So this is a fusion cell. This is kind of a generic key item. It's another progression gate. However, an interesting thing is, they design you to grab a fusion cell, use it at a specific door. They don't actually check if you're using the fusion cell you have at the door that they want you to use it at. So we picked up that fusion cell here, and we're just going to go off the beaten path. Remember,
nice
we
dodge.
picked that up, though. There will be a quiz later.
That will come in handy later.
Yeah. So right here, we're going to do a slope jump into a collision reset and get right out of bounds just like this. Now that we're out of bounds, we're just going to mosey on along straight through these walls.
Coming up here, we're going to run through this wall. It's just like running through platform 9 3/4.
Yep. And then hopefully we don't void out here.
We should be good. Luckily, we do have photo mode. This was not originally in the game, but it was added after popular demand.
Yes.
And it helps us to reload the floor in case things get crazy.
Yeah, so whenever you're out of bounds, the game wants to deload where you are. But however, it decides what to load in and deload based on where the camera is rather than where Eve is. So by flipping into photo mode, we can just detach the camera, move over here, force everything to load back in, and now it's going to stay loaded in for about 10 seconds. Screen's going to go black here. We're going to double jump, open our pause menu. That's going to save a little bit of time later. And we're going to double jump into the void and void out. And that just skipped, I don't know, I want to say like 30 minutes of gameplay, casual.
We skipped 2 bosses.
That was wild to see.
We're going to grab this safety save real fast. And we're setting up for our first air swim, which means our donation bid war is about to close here.
We're going to need the costume very soon.
Very soon, yep. So we're kind of doing a little bit of platforming right here. I like to do these on keyboard just because it's faster to do these little lineups and hold forward on the keyboard and mouse. So we're just going to line up there and then sprint off. And now we are literally air swimming to the end of the map. So that's going to skip us straight to the, that's skipping the second boss in IDOS 7.
Yes, that was the second one. So there are 3 bosses in this area. We're just jumping to the 3rd and final one.
So as soon as we pop out of this air swim, I'm going to double jump, open the menu, change some gear around, and then we're going to equip our outfit. So Jaypeg, what outfit won?
All right, after having switched multiple times since you started this run, it is Raven's suit.
Nice.
At $1,196.33. Thank you so much, everybody, for raising money during that bid war. It's
Wonderful,
all going
guys.
to PCF.
That is actually I mashed too fast. That would have been the fastest suit to equip, but it's okay. Anyways, we're just dropping right into the boss trigger here.
So here's the power of our infinite wave.
No, we're not
And
using
shotgun?
the wave. Yep, the shotgun. So the gear we switched buffs the hell out of our ranged attacks, and we're going to use that to run over pretty much every boss up until the end of the game.
That is not an easy boss. The first time you're playing through this, he has a pretty big health pool. So shotgun's very powerful, and we should talk about the equipment that we're wearing. So yeah, we are wearing, there's extra spines and gears. We're wearing one that increases our range attack as well as gives us more damage. And when we hit weak points, it gives us ammo back. So that'll all come in very handy.
And now we are introduced to our invisible support characters.
Yeah, so since we skipped a bunch of 807, we skipped a specific area called the construction zone that, trust me, there's main characters here that you can't see, but we're gonna get them back in a little bit, rest assured.
Yeah, she's okay. She's just speaking to, she's vibing, okay?
Doing this glitch, it looks a little funny because Eve is just by herself.
And there's just disembodied voices speaking to us. But effectively what's going on in the story is we basically united with a engineer support from the same airborne squad as us, and we're basically forming an alliance. And Adam here, the support character who saved us earlier, he wants to take us to Zion, basically the last holdout human city, and he wants us to help them rebuild it, right?
Actually, Lily's from like 2 squads ago. I think she's the 5th.
So she's been here for a minute.
A little bit. Yeah, she's been trapped in there for a while, so she's very grateful that we saved her.
Please, help me save Zion. That's about joining.
What's funny here is you can actually say no to Adam.
And I think that just gives you like 2 extra lines of dialogue.
It's a little bit quicker to cooperate, right?
Yeah.
I like to say no.
So speaking of dialogue, you will notice that we can't just skip through this cutscene. Unfortunately, this game does not let you skip every single cutscene. There's cutscenes you can skip by holding circle, and then there's cutscenes where characters are standing around talking, and you can mash through them at the line has to play for 2 seconds, and then you can skip it. So a lot of downtime in this run comes.
We will
from
see
that.
all sorts of cutscenes.
Yeah. And then there's ones where you just can't skip at all, like period, which is unfortunate. But we're just gonna vibe. We're here to watch cutscenes.
We're chilling, man. It's early in the morning. Shout out to the night shift, everybody for making this happen. Logistically, this is an incredible event. It's my first time at a live GDQ, and it's awesome.
So right here we're doing a little bit of slope jumps just to gain some speed. The interesting thing about having Adam and Lily deloaded is we would be forced into slow walking here, but because we haven't, we're just able to sprint right through. And also,
there'd be like 2 cutscenes too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. This game has seasonal content, and if you leave it on automatic and the date is between like December 7th and like January 10th, there's just a Christmas tree here.
If you thought hearing Happy New Year like a week later was bad, how about Merry Christmas 2 weeks later?
Orthodox Christmas or something, right?
I like to turn it on during July too, Christmas in July. Classic 1940s film.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pick up an autosave here and get our important characters back. This is a good time, I think, for intro.
Yeah, host, you wanna tell us what's going on?
Absolutely. Well, I do have some love coming in. Speaking of $5 from Tonsu saying, good luck, Ashley. I hope you have a stellar run.
Nice.
And Gulch2 has sent in $15 and says, good luck, have fun, Ashley. It's so great to see you on the GDQ stage again. Shout out to the couch for being awesome as well. And Josh R. donated $5 to PCF saying, favorite game, amazing soundtrack, cannot wait. Me too. I've already been enjoying the music.
The soundtrack is unreal. Half of it, was, like 60% was done by Studio Monica, if you're familiar with Nier Automata, which you have run, Ashley.
I have run.
And then the rest is in-house by Shift Up. So, I mean, there's a song for everybody. You got rock, you got soothing songs, there's very emotional ones. It's fantastic. Highly recommend. It's available on like every streaming platform, I think.
So we're kind of being introduced to the sort of like the main plot setup in this game. You want to go over that? I mean, basically the human city's in shambles. They have ran out of power sources.
Yeah, we're in Zion, which is like the last human city. That's Oracle. He's kind of like the prophet, and he built this city. So everyone kind of just looks up to him, and he kind of is our main source of information and kind of gives us our mission, tells us what to do.
These guys like to get stuck sometimes, so I have to keep an eye on them. Yeah, so basically the game's plot revolves around we need to grab like hyper cells for the hyperdrive, which is apparently a power source for the city. And the more we do that, the more Oracle can help us find the Alpha Nativas. Eve's motivation is she basically wants vengeance or she wants to avenge Taki's death. So she wants to find any and all Alpha Nativas because not only is that going to, avenge Taki's death, but I think that's also her
that's her main goal as well when we land to exterminate the Nativas, yes.
Yes.
And so we're trying to take out the Alpha Nativas, the big boys, as well as the Elder Nativa, which is our final boss. I forgot to mention in 807, you can hear there's the flooded commercials theme. There's a motif in there that you'll hear in the final boss theme, and so
it's a little bit of a spoiler, but
a little bit of a spoiler, but
it is really cool.
It is a really cool thing to note.
Thank you for your
we have time for a couple donations.
Absolutely. Cass has donated $10 and says, Shawshank Redemption. Wait, wrong game. I'm as proud as a goose with a nice hat to see you up there on the main stage, Ash. You're truly a blessing to the world, my guy, and I'm excited for that world to see your skills. Good luck, have fun, go fast.
We have Adam, Lily.
Keep them coming.
All right, absolutely. You also have $10 here from Blue Metal. Yo, good luck, Ash. I cannot wait to see you demonstrate why Eve would embarrass every Olympic swimmer ever. And hey, we've already seen a little bit of that.
Already seen a little bit of it. It's about to get way crazier, though.
We do a lot of swimming.
We got time for one more.
All right, absolutely. How about $250 from DK
Let's go.
That's huge.
saying, Stellar Blade rocks, cancer sucks, in honor of my sister and her breast cancer battle. Thank you so much, DK, for your generosity. I really appreciate it.
So the game is kind of setting us up, sort of introducing us to the open world. Even though this is NG Plus in this game was kind of a little bit of an afterthought. So it kind of runs you through the same hoops that you would on a new game. So we're being introduced to the idea of side quests. This is very, very similar to Nier Automata. So we have to go pick up a thing for Adam from a side NPC. And once we do that, we're gonna come back and unlock a fast travel point. Real quick though, this guy on this leaning against a wall here, he likes to stop us. If we just charge straight through his really wide trigger radius,
And funny note, he's
he
actually
won't
a
stop us.
cameo. That's a game developer called Jake Song who worked on an MMO called Archage.
Yeah, that is a really cool trivia fact. I didn't know that.
But his name is Liam in the game.
So yeah, we're just gonna make our way over here and talk to Kaya. Kaya is actually our sole supporter because at the end of the game, she's the only one there to wish us well on our final battle.
This is true, because like we're in Zion. It's essentially our hub world. There's lots of NPCs we can talk to and get quests from. There's also a bulletin board you can get jobs from. But Kaya is the only one who we actually talk to in this particular run. So at the end, before like the point of no return, she'll be the only one out in front of the city to kind of wish us well.
In return.
So she's our biggest fan. Shout out to Kaya. Her hair is fabulous.
Should I shoot the cactus?
Did I? Do you want to give
Is it here?
If you want to shoot the cactus, I would do it probably the one next to the tetrapod.
No, that cactus is so cute.
I do have to go.
I'm gonna do this one.
Go for it. Use your laser. Make sure you charge it up all the way for maximum
All right,
giggles.
all right.
So we've got Christmas decorations. One of them is a funny dancing cactus.
Is it gonna let me shoot? Oh, I don't have the pod. I can't do it now.
Oh, right. We have
Right.
to unlock it.
Okay, I was given some very funny information, so hopefully that'll pay off later.
You know what's funny is that we used our drone, the gun, earlier in 807, but since we're about to technically receive it if this were a new game playthrough, so we gotta wait for Lily to hand our gun to us.
So this game is very heavily inspired by Matrix, amongst all the other games we already mentioned before, and you can tell because you fast travel using phones, like pay phones, like straight up from the 90s. It's kind of awesome.
And the city's called Zion.
Yeah,
Granted, it's
it's-
spelled with an X, not a Z.
Yeah, and then we have Oracle and not Oracle, and we have variants of Morpheus.
We have a little aim training section here.
Yeah, hopefully Kovac doesn't see this.
Well, hopefully it goes well and he does see it.
Oh yeah, true.
If you haven't seen his Doom run from yesterday, check that out.
Oh, so sick.
Super sick.
Right on target again.
Like his setup is insane.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Nice.
About as good as I can do at 5:30 in the morning.
That was pretty good, dude. I'd be happy with that.
It'll be very useful for
So yeah, like I said, NG Plus is kind of an afterthought. So anytime we would have received an ability in a new game, we have to sit there and get reintroduced to said thing every single time. So there's going to be a lot of dialogue matching through that.
it looked a little sad.
Oh, look at that cactus go.
There's a dancing cactus. You
There's
can
a
see
dancing
him.
cactus,
It's
yeah.
pretty comical in the cutscenes.
When will you be ready?
So anyway, Adam has this really awesome flying machine, and it's always friggin' broken. It's like allergic to sand, and pretty much every locale in this game is just sandy. So what good is it?
It is not reliable. It's like a Facebook Marketplace find. Picked it up on the cheap.
And then this is just the longest section of, oh, hey, this is where you walk. But we're not going to walk there. We're just going to warp straight
It's
there.
guiding us to our first big open area called the Wasteland. But let's check out the cactus, huh?
Eve, there's
Or
something
next
I want
time?
to tell you.
Next time.
come
Tank, I
back.
need an exit.
Do you have the cactus as like an emote?
Drone got knocked
That'd make a great one.
Come.
Oh, true.
Just dancing his way through chat.
That sounds good.
All right, this is a little bit of a tricky climbing section. So, Ashley, you want to talk about how exactly air swimming works? Because we're making our way over to the next one.
I'll do my best to explain it. So the way water works in this game, it's like a box, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to swim outside of that box without touching the ground. What this does is it leaves us in a swim state, And once the water deloads, we're going to be gaining a lot of speed because the game gives you vertical speed as it tries to push you up. But since the water deloaded, our position is invalid. So we just gain a lot of speed from that because the game doesn't really know where to put us.
So this game, as a platformer, is very difficult. Okay, we made it.
This is not easy. It carries a lot of momentum.
All right, so hopefully this will go smoothly.
Oh, also, we need to lower our FPS, otherwise Eve will just get shot straight down.
I might not. Okay, we voided back out. All right, we're gonna have to run it back. Can we hear a donation, please?
Absolutely. This one, you know, let's go with this for a second. All right, Co Libre has donated $10 and says, looking at all the decorations, is it Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Perfect. I love it. I love the implication going on that maybe that whatever happened to this world happened during Christmas. And so these decorations have stood the test of time.
It is now canon.
Oh my gosh, yay, perfect, I've done it. All right, we also have $25 from Flufferdoodles that says, good luck on the run, Ashley.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll be able to run this back. All right. Yeah, this jump is tricky because we're trying to avoid like a little bit of collision that likes to push us to the side, so. I voted out again. Let's hear two more.
All right, $250 coming in from Alike that says, hello, Ash, Allie here. Glad to see you running Stellar Blade at GDQ. You are a pillar in many different communities, and I am so glad to have met you. Good luck, and let's kill cancer like you kill all these nativas.
I want to shout out Alakai. He was into speedrunning a little bit before, but he started learning control after he saw my SGDQ run. And just this couple weeks ago, he did his very first marathon run on GDQ hotfix. So I'm so proud of my boy. And then now he's picked up this game after learning it casually. So, all right. Third time is the charm, right?
That's what they say.
Go, chat, lend your power.
You got this, man.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna drop our FPS to 30.
That's what we like to see.
Trick's not over yet. All right, we have to swim out of the water volume, and now it's deloaded, and we're getting shot straight down. I'm gonna go back to unlimited FPS just because it's nicer to look at. And we have to hold forward the entire time. If we let go of forward, we just drop straight down. Have to redo it all.
If you look at our radar in the top center, you can see how fast we're going.
We're looking a little high, so just to play this extra safe, I'm gonna go around the rear. We usually wanna go inbounds right at that upside down L shape right there. We're just gonna swim right on past it and then try and go in from the back.
How much does this skip?
This skips like 2 minutes of just running across the desert. So we're gonna hopefully, pop right back in bounds just like that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we're into our first mini boss.
Yeah, unfortunately, since we were just running on the ground, we had to watch Eve run to a stop for about 2.5 or 4 or 5 seconds. So unfortunate time loss, but it's okay. This is a little bit of a mini boss, and I'm gonna try and make it interesting here.
These mini bosses serve to kind of just teach you how to parry in the game because they do the same parry strings over and over. And we're gonna get to see a retribution here. Very nice.
So this game has, the enemies in this game have a balance meter, and they get knocked off of their balance whenever you hit a perfect parry. So you get their balance meter all the way down to 0, and you can do a move called a retribution, and that just does a ton of damage.
Yes, there's little yellow dots under the enemy's health bars, and once you deplete it, they go groggy, and you have a little bit of time to get a retribution in. Kind of inspired by Bayonetta torture attacks, I think. It's one of the games that inspired this game directly, mentioned in interviews.
These characters are also designed to be like guards, so you have to defeat them in order to progress. What happens if you don't defeat them?
You reset to the last checkpoint. I don't know.
She tells you to beat it, kid.
Keep trying again.
Go next.
Yeah, those are Oracle's bodyguards. So the Zion's prophet, he's got bodyguards all over the place.
It's getting spooky.
Yes, we're getting into the more kind of like survival horror-esque area. What's interesting about this area is you cannot use your sword.
So I want to point out, whenever I was setting for the air swim, I was deliberately taking a little bit of fall damage, and that's for a very minor optimization. I want to shout out Big Sid for finding here. If you do a heal right after opening this door, you can jog out of this slow walk section. So who knows how much time that saves, but it's a pretty cool trick, and I wanted to shout out my good friend there.
At least like 5 seconds, it's nice.
At least like 5 seconds, yeah.
Do they do a lot of those forced walking segments just to have dialogue, or is it for like just
Mostly for dialogue.
Yeah, mostly for dialogue. And hey, look at this cool thing, or this is where you need to go type stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of things where it also turn the camera at stuff happening.
A little bit of a tricky platforming skip here. See if we hit it.
On the floor. Step back.
And we're just gonna run along the wall here. Boom.
Rope in front of me.
Saves a little time, but adds a lot of style.
Yeah, obviously that last out of bounds we did that. You did all the platforming up there, but is there just like general platforming in this game, or is it mainly just like running around and
It's
swimming?
definitely not designed as a platformer,
Right.
but the speed run is very platform heavy. So, yeah, we're fighting bits of the game design while we are breaking it.
Casually
For
as
sure.
casually as well, like in all of the exploration and the side content, there's tons of platforming to do also.
Okay.
So yeah, Eve is very heavy. You know, she has beautiful like fluid animations, which can make platforming definitely tricky to get used to.
Yeah, like I didn't notice the things that make platforming annoying when I was playing the game casually. It was only whenever, we're trying to jump on invisible walls that are like this thin.
I mean, so the platforming casually, I think it feels very good once you learn how to control Eve, but what you're doing is like so difficult, it definitely pushes the limits of like, oh man,
For sure.
we were not supposed to do this.
Yeah, the biggest thing is like most platformers have some sort of coyote time. This game has absolutely no coyote time. So if you are airborne when you press jump, you just get your second jump and you fall.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because jumps are useful, kind of like in Sekiro, how you can jump over some attacks like sweeps. Jumps are useful in combat as well because you have the option to parry. You have the option of perfect dodge, which is when she goes red, or you can jump over some attacks as well. So having that responsiveness is nice from the combat perspective, but for the crazy glitches we're doing, it definitely makes it a little bit harder.
So did you know this was a PS5 game?
PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5.
Greatness awaits.
Whatever they say on the commercial, right?
One of those.
Uh-oh. All right, that was
Very
close
nice
call.
save. That was,
Whenever you hit one of those, it like locks your controls for a second.
that was an awesome save.
Anyways, remember about like 18 minutes ago when I said remember when we get that fusion cell?
Exactly 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're using it right here.
Let's go.
So I really love that routing. Like we grab the first fusion cell and then we keep it in our back pocket until this section.
You have
now we
pockets on that suit?
She's got to keep her sword somewhere, right?
So her sword is actually her.
Yeah, it's her hair accessory, right?
Yes, it's the hair clip. So it doubles as, a stylish accessory and it's her sword. This elevator is about like 25 seconds. It's not quite long enough for a bathroom break. Ask me how I know.
I don't think I want to know.
Anyways, remember in The Matrix when Neo wakes up?
Kind of what this looks like.
Yeah,
And
me
Eve
too.
does mention later that when, she doesn't like swimming because it reminds her of being born. So it's definitely an allusion to the Matrix, I would say.
So coming up right in this next room is not a particularly like it's not the hardest skip in the game, but it is the most annoying to do. So we're gonna give it our best here. It's mostly annoying because you have to stand on a very thin like invisible collision over this button, and then we have to get a double jump off. And she's just slipping right off.
Is this a 120 FPS only thing?
I don't think so.
Minimum?
No, this was on PS5, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, yeah, we just jump right up and over, and we skip a whole bunch of like combat gating, just like that.
It's
And then
another
we're gonna
thing
jump straight through this invisible wall.
I don't know if we mentioned, this game is, the speedrun's pretty hardware dependent as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you absolutely need high frames to do a lot of these skips. So it is very fortunately a very well optimized Unreal Engine game that came out in the last year, but
Plays on Steam Deck pretty well.
yeah, plays on Steam Deck pretty well. So anyways, I'm gonna switch to keyboard for this last section. If we want to hear a couple donations.
Absolutely. Actually, something that I wanted to talk about really quick is an incentive that we have for a bonus second any percent run of minute. And it's going to be second run. So this is a bonus game mode, and it reduces the timer for minute to 40 seconds. So therefore, the game becomes 40 seconds. I'm sorry for the joke. And it makes a bunch of rooms way harder. And the runner, Shovel Claws, flushes their sword down a toilet. I have no idea what's going on, but that sounds like something I want to see. We have raised 2,000 out of the 7,000 needed. I absolutely want to see that happen. If you're watching this right now and you love it, how about, okay, so minute, 60 seconds. 40 seconds. So like, let's go for 10. If you want to send in a $10 donation for that minute run so that we can see both those runs, absolutely go ahead and send that in gdq.gg/donate, and also give us some love for Stellar Blade. Talk about your favorite part of this, your favorite boss, your favorite outfit. I want to hear it all.
BT, I want to know, what do you think this boss looks like? Remind you of anything?
So many things come to mind.
A lot of horror game kind of stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I mean this entire area just screams like Resident Evil.
When you're playing through casually, it jump scares you a lot.
Yeah.
You get to this part like 20 hours in casually, so it is a huge change of pace, and I thought it really gave the game like variety casually.
You said 20 hours in, and we're 20 minutes
hours in.
That's,
Yep.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, the opening bit that we crushed, it casually takes at least like 6 hours.
Really?
And then you can do a lot of exploration in the wasteland before you even come here.
Yeah, I spent so much time just exploring the overworld bits that, yeah. So we're being introduced to, this is kind of like a, sort of the B plot of the story. So we're going through and we're finding these things, these hypercells for Oracle and Zion, but as we find them, we find these legacies that are left behind by a former Airborne Squad member, and she's kind of telling us her journey through what she's discovered by going through these labs that she had, gone through before.
Yes, that is Raven. We're actually wearing her suit. After we beat the game, you unlock it. And she is the main kind of exposition. We get a lot of lore dump from her.
But yeah, that's basically what's going on. We just found out, the history of like war, the war that they knew is a little bit deeper than they realized.
Yeah, the plot underneath is that it starts to get uncovered by her. And when you're playing this game, you definitely want to check out every single item, every piece of equipment has tons of flavor text. There's like amazing amounts of flavor text in this game. So if you wanted to get into the weeds of the story, you can check that out.
Yeah, as things unfold, Eve, starts to question everything she knows and stuff like that. There's a lot of things like that throughout, because right now she's wondering, well, if this is true, then why was I never taught that? Because as she's not quite an android, she's like a android human hybrid, but she was still imprinted with memories, and she has no memory of this new war, so. Yeah, once again, we grabbed that phone earlier, and that is just to make it faster to warp between the tetrapod and where we have to go to talk to Oracle, because pretty much we're just going, between the two places as we return here. We have time for a couple donations.
Absolutely. I have $100 in here from Ryoga Joe saying, I just finished my first playthrough of Stellar Blade. I cannot wait to see them humiliate my skill level. But I'm putting my money to minutes since my preferred outfit isn't even on that list. May your memories live on forever. Thank you so much, Ryoga Joe, for your generosity. We also have $10 here from Marco saying, I love GDQ. Me too.
Yeah, speaking of skill level, definitely this run is no joke. Some of the skips we're going to see later are pretty high risk. And, I do a lot of challenge runs for this game, but what Ashley is doing here to me is like the hardest thing ever. It's super impressive to watch.
So for whatever reason, we kind of get like, streamlined through this. The first 10 second times are like, oh yeah, you have to walk all the way to Oracle, and then you have to walk all the way to the hyperdrive and back.
Just getting our steps in.
Yeah, just getting our steps in, right? Padding out the runtime, which gives us more time for donations if you have any.
I got you. Absolutely. We have $25 coming in from Jonit the First saying, so many good runs and so many cuties all over this event. I see you, chat. And yes, absolutely. Shout out to chat. Shout out to specifically our Twitch chat, but now also our YouTube chat. Good morning. Hello. Thank you so much for being here.
Also, isn't this room kind of creepy? It's so open. But then meanwhile, Orko's little area is decorated kind of like a Animal Crossing room.
It's
a
cozy.
little oasis in the middle.
A little oasis.
Yeah.
Just him and his bodyguard, Man. By the way, that guy standing next to him, Man, was added when the PC version came out. He's an optional boss fight. Extremely difficult.
He's the hardest boss in the game. Like, by far.
It's an awesome fight. He's got an incredible theme song. If you do anything, check out Man's theme song from the OST. If you like rock tunes.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he was a boss you could fight until I was told later. It's like, oh, if you play boss challenge, you get this super cool boss fight. And I was like, oh, okay. More donations?
More signs.
I got you. All right, I'm apologizing in advance if I pronounce this incorrectly. We have $100 coming in from Sigurd Holem. Hi, GDQ. Love the work you do, especially in these uncertain times for many. Sending lots of love and good vibes from Norway.
Thank you.
Why don't you take some
And then we also have $5 from Slowest Poke. Greetings to everybody still being awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. You rock. Have a good day. Less than 3. I'm sorry, that's my best Slowpoke voice. I don't know about that.
That was good.
You're here.
I'm assuming that Slowpoke is from a couple days ago, and we're actually just getting back around to 5 o'clock again, so they've just become correct several days later.
Wow, good work.
I thought you were already out.
You little
Got time for a couple more?
Thank you.
I think we're gonna see the thing with the cactus.
Awesome.
One moment.
Done.
So basically, we would have unlocked our double jump ability in new game here. We are normally not allowed to double jump until just now.
I bet you'll notice the difference.
And then also Lily has some apparatus that shows us where the alphas are. But yeah, so let's see this craziness with the cactus here.
Blaster cell, full charge.
Wow, that's extra loud and hilarious.
You know what's funny too is that cactus, they're like, if you listen to it, they're kind of making like Splatoon noises.
You ready to go? Matrix 11 is
That's great. Love the Christmas patch. It was a free
Just
patch.
bombarded Lily.
All right, we got time for one donation.
She's gonna spend years cleaning that up.
All right, Kona Recon sends in $10 to PCF and says, well, I haven't played the full game. I have played the demo of Stellar Blade, and here's my favorite thing about this. It runs at a consistent frame rate on my potato of a computer. Yes, we love games that are optimized and we can play them wherever. Thank you so much.
The Korean developers did a great job. This game and other Korean developed game, Lies of P, super optimized.
So this is Matrix 11. Fun fact about this is actually right in the dead middle of the next overworld section. So if we had a way of escaping this little walled off section that we're in, we could actually skip all of what you're about to see and go straight to like one section before the basically final stretch of the game. But we are like about this high. Like we need to jump this much higher to get there. So maybe in the future. But
You know what's funny is that
right now-
was a thing on the original PS5 release.
This game does have quite the history of glitches on
Very
the
interesting
PS5.
history.
Yeah.
In fact, even during the demo, people found a way to break out of the intended demo section and uncover a lot more of 807.
Interesting.
But you used to be able to run straight from there, that bit of in the desert, run straight to Abyss Lavore.
Nice. All right, so right here we do have a little bit of a skip. We get one try added, so let's give it a go here.
Jump on top of this light fixture. And we jumped over a cutscene trigger there that introduces the enemies in this area called Skullings. They basically are little Half-Life looking crab heads.
It literally had crab zombies.
But they're these Davy Jones looking guys, and they reanimate corpses. So it's all bioorganic enemies in this section.
For sure.
It's a very fun bit.
Or I guess grosser than usual.
It's very fun, so we're just gonna skip it.
We're just gonna run right past that guy.
That Kool-Aid guy, just gonna ignore him.
Hopefully not grab onto the ladder there. Just like so. Excuse me. And then if you touch this train, even from behind, it just insta-kills you. So
Yep.
we're just gonna give it a wide berth, right?
So you gotta save that rush just a little bit because you do not want to touch it, even though it doesn't make any sense. The momentum is going, the inertia is going away from you. Insta-kill.
Yep. So then once again, we're kind of running out here because we have to find this code before we're allowed to enter it.
Store the code. Careful
And then we're gonna have to kill all these enemies before we can press some buttons.
Yes, I don't think we mentioned it, but you cannot interact with items or doors until you clear all the enemies in the room.
So we're gonna call this elevator, and then while we wait for it, we're gonna open the door and get the key item for the next section.
Now we're mostly focusing on beta abilities, but we do get to see one cool burst ability, which is what the red energy is, again in the bottom left, and this attack is called Tempest. So kind of a little Devil May Cry Virgil looking. It's very stylish, very beautiful, and it even heals you, so it's practical.
This is nothing. Let's open the box.
I am just blanking on the code.
Hey man, it's 6:30. You're doing great.
Yeah.
You got Stellar Blade on the big stage. I'm super proud of you.
Well, thank you. So I do like these little curb jumps, and that's mostly just to avoid mantling. It's just a little slow sometimes whenever she grabs.
Eve has a lot of different animations to get over ledges. Some of them are like crazy handstands, and those extra long animations
Oh,
can waste a little time.
real quick. Remember that fusion cell we grabbed like 20 seconds ago? Yeah, we're using it right here.
Yeah, so first 20 minutes in between uses, and then 20 seconds.
Yep, and then that's the last one we see in the run. So
Casually, there are like 10 or so.
There's a number.
There's a lot, especially if you do the optional content.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, if we could dupe them like the first one, we could actually like not even need to grab that second one.
That'd be cool. This is the collapsed rail bridge. If you look at old trailers of the game, there was a boss fight intended for this area, but in the final release, it got moved to just its own room, which is the boss you fight, the optional boss at the end of the demo, if you want to check that out, and that is Stalker. But we're not going to fight him. We got cooler stuff to do. We got a very stylish skip coming up.
So we're gonna come over on the right here, and we're gonna hopefully not slide off the ledge here. Jump, get stuck here, jump out of it, slide off, go right into this rope.
I'm fine.
If you go too high, she just goes straight through the rope, and it's kind of hilarious.
Not optimal.
Not optimal.
But that slope boost is kind of FPS dependent, so the higher FPS, the faster you slide, I believe.
Indeed. And then we're gonna come off the beaten path a little bit, drop down, and then we're gonna do
really technical jumps.
And then this is out of bounds, if you couldn't tell. And we're gonna jump, dash into a void out.
Nice.
And then that skipped like a, 90-second QTE segment.
Yeah, there's a big kind of escape sequence where the train starts falling. Very cinematic, but we don't got time for that. Safety save?
Yep, safety save, and we have time for one donation.
Absolutely. Turtleneck has sent in $10 to PCF and says, admittedly, I've not finished Stellar Blade myself yet, so I'm going to cheat a little here. And I'm going to say I'm a big fan of the Goddess of Victory Nika collab content. I love running around as Rappy in Stellar Blade, and the Scarlet Superboss is an incredible fight that I've not beat yet. One day, though. Absolutely, Turtleneck. I believe in you. I know you can do it.
It's a tough boss, not easy.
The bosses in this game are unironically actually difficult. Casually, it took me multiple days on each boss near the end of the game.
That guy was bullying you for a bit.
He was bullying me. Anyways, we're just gonna jump out of bounds again.
Let's go.
So we are behind an invisible wall, and we're gonna use where that invisible wall collides with this, kind of, metal frame here to get stuck, and we're gonna kind of try and scale our way up to the top here. Hopefully we'll land right on top. Okay. Once again, controlling Eve in the air is a little difficult sometimes.
Take some finesse, that's for sure.
Definitely take some finesse. Yeah, sometimes you have too little air control, and other times you have way too much. All right, we're gonna take 2 steps back, sprint, double jump, and then fall.
This is also one of those skips that's pretty FPS dependent too, isn't it?
Just a little bit, yeah. All right, we fell, but that's okay. We have a much easier backup that was actually found by JMC. He's one of the glitch hunters that came in and really broke this game.
When the PC version came out,
when the PC version came out. So huge shout out to him. So we're gonna slope jump off here and then curve back around and then climb up on top if I can just get this.
You got this, dude.
There we go.
Nice.
So now we're up and out of bounds. We're on top of the map. And we are just gonna go straight to where the next boss room would have been.
So following the theme of the first area, 807, we're just gonna skip the first 2 bosses and then get to the very last 3rd boss.
Pretty much. So do another sword charge. And then once again, as mentioned before, the areas like to deload, and they deload based on where the camera is rather than where Eve is. So once again, we're gonna use photo mode to sort of disjoint the camera and then force the map to stay loaded in. So we're gonna drop down here. Oh, that was scary. So we're gonna sprint along this invis wall. Once it deloads, we're gonna jump, dash, go photo mode. Hopefully we don't void out. I don't know if I went far enough. All right, perfect. I'm gonna dash ahead, grab up here, jump off, photo mode, load back in. All right, we're gonna heal a little bit, come over here, and then we're gonna drop down into the water. You know what that means.
Time to go swimming.
So we're gonna go 60 FPS because we actually do need to drop down just a fair bit. I'm actually nervous for this one. So we're just gonna swim along until the next room loads in. And we're actually gonna use the edge of this room as a bit of a lineup. So we're gonna go 1 dash out, jump out, and then come back in, hold W, and we're cruising.
Yeah, there are all sorts of little visual cues there to kind of help Ashley line up where to go and what to do exactly when. And we're just swimming to the end of the area right now.
Yep.
Time save is a lot.
Yeah, we've been out of bounds for 2 minutes straight at this point.
I overshot it. We're gonna have to run that back, which means we have plenty of times for donations, so please, Jaypeg, let me hear some.
I got you. All right. Vinknet has sent in $10 and says, shout out to everyone watching from Germany during work. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much from Germany. But what I do want to say about that, hey, if you are watching, have you heard about the tireless, amazing work that our foreign language streams are doing? We have one in French, Russian, German, Japanese, Spanish, Portuguese, and Polish. If you are tuning in from any of those, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to the teams that are making those work. We appreciate you so much. It's absolutely amazing what y'all are working on. We really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate your donations as well. Thank you so much for your generosity. I also have $25 here from Hope saying Stellar Blade is such a good game, especially the soundtrack. I listen to the flooded commercial sector way too often.
So that's what that would have looked like if I hit that, without falling down the last time. So yeah, nice. You got to see both versions. Hell
Glad
yeah.
we get to show both. That's cool. The backup and the optimal.
Yeah. Couple more.
All right. Devises Gamer has donated $25 to PCF. Thank you so much. And says, watching from the UK, I look forward to AGDQ every year and for raising money for such a good cause. Yes, thank you so much for donating to PCF. They are absolutely incredible, the work they are doing, making sure that cancer is detectable and preventable and providing access to and education to people to make sure that they're getting their screenings, because the sooner that you catch the signs of cancer, the sooner that you can work towards treatment, and it really, really improves outcomes. So they're an amazing, amazing group. Thank you so much for your generosity.
100%.
So I don't know if you guys have this information in the top of your heads. We've talked a lot about the different bosses, like optional ones, and the ones like mandatory ones. Do you know what the actual number is for the entire game, like how many boss fights there are?
If you do all bosses, I think it's 19.
Okay.
But then there's also the optional one, so technically it would be 21 in total.
Okay.
So if you go down the entire, you can do boss challenge, just like Sekiro, you can fight all the bosses, there's 21. But it was originally 19, and then they added the 2 extra ones.
Oh, we went a little low. That was scary. All right, once again, we're going to run this back. I'm going to go a little left just to stay safe. All right. There's a little shaft, and if you hit that, you actually can die. There we go.
Ooh.
Gonna go back to unlimited.
Nice, nice.
Awesome save, man.
Now we have to get back in bounds.
What is this place?
And, oh no, just kidding. That's what was supposed to happen.
Okay, you actually got me a little bit there.
We got jump scares at 6:30 a.m. It's too early for that, man.
No, I'll be honest. My estimate was very generous because this game got super broken in the last couple months. And, but all of these runbacks for these tricks is pretty bad. So anyways, yeah, this is the last boss fight of Matrix 11. We're just gonna hit her with a shotgun here.
This is Taki, who was in the prologue.
The first 3-phase boss in the game. So every time they change phases, they get their shields back. And they usually have a transition attack in which they are invincible.
All right, this one's a little bit random, so let's see what happens. All right, we got the worst one.
Worst ones, okay.
But we got her knocked over, and just like that.
There we go. Good stuff, man. And just to re-emphasize, that air swimming glitch, if you thought it looked hard, that's a good thing to think. That is not easy.
So this is regrettably the longest cutscene I have to sit through, or one of the longest cutscenes I have to sit through in the run. So we have plenty of time for donations, if you got any.
I can do that for you. By the way, I do want to start out with an update on that bonus second run, any % run. It's very important to say it in this phrasing because it is the second run game mode. A minute, we have reached a third of the way there, so $2,337 out of the $7,000 that we need. Just a reminder that that's going to reduce the game timer to 40 seconds and makes a bunch of rooms way harder. And there's something about flushing a sword down a toilet. So seriously, I really, really want to see that. So please send your donations in. I want to see this met. Thank you so much. And also, let's go with $250 from Ralph Ziegler. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. GDQ hype. Can I get an early morning hype from the folks that are in the room with me? Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'd also like to shout out that we do have some wonderful anonymous donors who have sent in incredible amounts, like $250, $100, another $250. Thank you so much for your generosity and your kindness. All of this is going towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation, an incredible, incredible organization.
So circling back to what's going on in the story, obviously our friend from the prologue talkie had been, what's the word I'm looking for? She'd basically been subjugated by the Nitibas, and you know this is her end, and she knows it, and she's sad because she thinks her memory data has been corrupted, which means it can't be uploaded to Mother Sphere. But Eve has promised her that she will bring her memories back to space.
NVMe.
Yeah, just a little NVMe. You know, she's just gonna put that in her pocket.
Forever.
If you've played through the game, there's a little bit of irony in the costume that we're wearing in the cutscene there.
Yeah, for sure, and we'll probably explain why later.
Much later.
So then, once again, we're back at Zion, and that means more dialogue mashing. Is there anything we want to talk about going on, Gino?
Let's see, this is our third trip to Zion now, so we've gotten 2 of the alpha cores, and we're setting up to get the last one. So there's a lot of stuff, to be honest. The thing is, with this game, like I was mentioning earlier, there's just a lot of flavor text. If you've played Shift Up's other game, Nikkei, that game's kind of known for having an obscene amount of flavor text, and it's similar in this game. It presents like a shallow story on the surface, but there is truly a rich underlayer of flavor. So
Yeah, this game really does shine in the very deep lore that they had written. However, it didn't seem to make it in the final game.
And that is something that they admitted to in an interview more recently. They kind of ran out a little bit as far as money goes, and they wanted to have more cutscenes for the characters. But you can see the cutscenes that we do have are incredible. Like the big set pieces are beautiful, and so you see where the production budget went there.
Yeah, this game's presentation really just blew me away when I played it last year.
Especially just in the intro, like with the first song when you're landing, the Star Descent song. I mean, it's amazing because it's really, you can tell, even though you don't know what's going on yet in the story, it sounds very emotionally charged, and the language is like a chaos language that Studio Monica likes to use. So instead of having lyrics apply meaning to the song, you get to kind of apply your own in your head.
Is the song also chaos lyrics?
I think this one's just Korean.
Okay. Some more donations.
I'm aware of that.
Awesome, absolutely. Hey, I did also want to shout out that by donating Games Done Quick, depending on how much you donate, you are eligible to win one of our amazing prizes. We've got some super cool runs just like this one coming up, and some of them have some related prizes. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, there's an Ewok plushie that's available for $25. There's also, if you're an art aficionado, for a $100 donation, you are eligible to win an FF9 VV oil painting.
Ooh.
Which sounds amazing. I love game art. We also have some throw blankets. If you're feeling cozy, hey, I bet you are. It is 6:46 in the morning, 6:47 here in Pittsburgh, and we're cozy. We're having morning time. There's some gaming throw blankets available for a $50 donation. I can't think of a better way to spend your morning than chilling on the couch, hanging out with us, and cozying up under a lovely little throw blanket and watching some incredible games like this one, Stellar Blade. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool run. Thank you so much for doing this. Got time for a couple more?
Have plenty of time.
All right, so let's talk about an incredibly kind and generous $500 donation.
Wow.
Yes, thank you so much. This is from Neil Dave, and it says, here's to Frank, who taught me how to grow. Here's to Joe, whose father is fighting and taught me how to survive. And here is to AGDQ, who taught me that kindness can come in any size, large or small. Thank you so much, Neil, for your generous donation. And thank you so much for being a part of this community. And I hope that we can give back some of that love that you are giving to us.
So what's going on here in this legacy is the Andro Eidos, which is the sort of the android race that Eve belongs to. They were created by an entity known as Mother Sphere. They basically are imprinted to believe that Mother Sphere is God, but Raven is starting to conclude that Mother Sphere is in fact not God.
Yeah, I can take this bit. Raphael Marx, Raven reveals, is the engineer of Mother Sphere, and so they created the Andro Eidos, which was designed to kind of overtake humanity. Mother Sphere went rogue at some point and decided that these humans, they gotta go.
It's a singularity.
Singularity.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to Raphael Marx that you learn through the flavor text and that we'll reveal later in the ending cutscene.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, after the second legacy, they just aren't skippable anymore. So until the very last one.
But it's an excellent bathroom break.
For sure.
Or snack break, whatever you want.
Donation break, you know?
Indeed.
100%.
However, the run is going to get interesting again after, we got time for 2 donations, I think?
Actually, hang on. I think you were cooking a little bit with that snack break, as people are getting up and we are getting our breakfast in, our snacks, or if you are watching from somewhere else in a different time zone, you absolutely can join in on this as well. I want you all to send in your favorite marathon snacks to me. Like, let's, not literally the snacks. What I want you to do is send in a donation. I want you to go to gdq.gg/donate, type !donate in Twitch chat or on YouTube. The link is pinned at the top of your chat, and send in a donation telling me your favorite thing to snack on while you watch GDQ. And I have a wonderful suggestion of where to put that, which would be our bonus second run, any % run of Minute, which is coming up later today. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be super duper amazing.
So in the overworld sections, we're actually given a super sprint, which is very similar to Nier Automata. So we kind of just want to sprint and hold forward until that runs out, which unfortunately I alerted an enemy, which kicked me out of it right away. But maybe we get it back here in a sec.
As soon as an enemy even sees you,
okay,
you lose
he's
that super
still aggroed. We're done.
Also, there was a whole summer section since we've got the seasonal content on tour, right? So we got some extra camp songs there on the left. This game has a lot of great camp songs. It started with 3, and now there's like, I think 20, or like almost 20.
Yeah, Shift Up did a great job of continuing to support and add content to this game.
Free support.
Yeah, free support. Every update to this game.
And DLC. That DLC, I
free.
should mention, is fantastic. There's Nier Automata DLC. You can listen to the Nier Automata music when you're running around the open world, and Nick Cave DLC. Both great.
So anyways, here's a second mini-boss. We're going to prime her with a shotgun. Parry.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's another retribution. Beautiful.
She didn't stagger from the second shotgun shot, which I was worried about. That was good.
Nice stuff. So we're going to another Lavoir section. No sword allowed. We got to use gun only and watch out for jump scares.
I'm low on ammo, so I need to grab the ammo replenisher.
It's kind of comical. Eve, if you notice her animation when she picks it up, she grabs it really, really aggressively.
Like, yeah, check this out.
She's not really subtle with some of her movements. Like when she opens doors,
she's like,
presses buttons.
She's like, give me that.
Give me that. She likes to slam buttons.
We mentioned the Kovacs' Doom run earlier. It's very much like that, just full Doomslayer energy.
Oh yeah. She's assertive.
You want to talk about the cycles here?
Yeah, so story mode is interesting. There's a lot of differences in the difficulties, but for story mode, it's the most unique because this buzzsaw section is actually a little bit slower, so you're able to make this tight cycle. It's pretty tight.
Do you call it Stellar Buzzsaw?
You can call it that.
Yeah, we just totally saved like 5 seconds there.
Good stuff. Whenever Lily is trying to show you something with the drone, it disrupts you from using the gun, so you had to wait a little bit there.
The saw blades have stopped.
So then once again, we have to interact with something up ahead, so we have to kill all these enemies here. And then because this game likes to do the max pain slow-mo whenever you kill them, you kind of want to, group as many kills as you can in one go. So then right here, we're going to go right into another out-of-bounds trick. Hopefully we get a first try. Let's see.
This is a great escape. It saves like 50 seconds, right?
It's super free. So we're up and out of bounds, and we're just going to drop down, void out, and we're in the next section.
Nice. Good stuff. This room is interesting. These platforms here are a bit dependent on your FPS as far as how quickly they start dropping. And there are a lot of Defiler enemies which have projectile attacks. If Eve gets hit with a projectile while she's jumping between platforms,
she turns into a rock.
Turns into a rock, drops straight down. Not a good time.
Also, I just want to shout out the soundtrack to this game. This is one of my favorite tracks for sure.
This one slaps.
Yep.
Another thing I should mention with the soundtrack is that there is, it changes. It's constant. It's dynamic. So when you're in or out of combat, you get different versions of the song, and it's very fluid how they go in between.
Just like that.
Yeah, the fire was blocking the button there, so we couldn't quite interact with it immediately. All these little jump scares. We're jumping through them, so when you're playing casually, it's a good time.
So then right here, we're gonna jump through the slow walk section.
Eve, did you see that?
Oh, and then it messed with my controls like that. And now we're gonna switch the keyboard for the rest of this Lavoir section. And that's mostly because of some tricky platforming coming up, and it also just makes shooting a lot easier.
For this target practice area, we like to use the missiles for a bit, kind of just, it's like an aim hack. And then the explosive shells, which have excellent AoE. There's a lot of different ammo types, but we mostly just use the shotgun and the explosive shells that we see here.
Battle was amazing. It's a shame.
Completely nuked the entire corridor there.
Yeah.
Alright, so now this next little jump, I probably shouldn't go for it honestly, but we're just gonna YOLO it.
YOLO.
I
Yeah.
can see the exit on the other side. That's
Dude, it's 6:30 a.m. We're
3
in the-
a.m.,
We're in
time to
Steel
shine.
City.
Just like that.
That's all right. We get an autosave a little bit earlier just before that long hallway.
We're gonna run it back. Unfortunately, it puts you all the way back here, even if you grab the camp, so I just didn't want to waste any time grabbing the camp.
There's a lot of autosaves just randomly throughout the game in different spots, so they do save you. In case you wanted to do a challenge run where you perhaps don't touch any camps.
On the same token, though, there's huge stretches of the game where you don't see any camps, so
Oh, that was so close.
we'll give it one more go.
Luckily, that was not a death, so we are able to retry really quickly.
All right, we'll just do the old way.
Go with the classic.
If I could hear a donation?
Yeah, absolutely. People were really excited about the snack thing. $25 from Slow and Distracted saying, definitely not poisonous rocks for a stream snack. Thank you so much. Reference back to some rock eating we were referencing before. Pop rocks are great though. Just by you saying that, I can feel like the tingling thing that Pop Rocks do like in your cheeks. So thank you. Now I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. We also have $50 here from Bort License Plate. Thank you so much. Saying waking up and seeing Stellar Blade on the stream is a great way to start the weekend. I could not agree more. Got time for one more?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We just
Close save, but we're
averted
alive.
Disaster.
All right, everybody, I am hungry and you're feeding me with these snack donations. I'm thriving on it right now. $25 from Nether Guardian that says, good time zone, everybody. My favorite snacks have to be beef jerky and flavored sparkling water. Good luck to all of our runners on this lovely Friday. Thank you so much. And, okay, I'm gonna be so real. I'm so excited to talk about this one. $15 from Moxie Swagan saying, my favorite marathon meal is Cincinnati Skyline Chili. yeah. Skyline enjoyers in the room, me too.
But no, this platform is on a global cycle, so since we had to, mess around a little bit, going for that cool skip, it was not in the correct spot. We're gonna jump across here to do a nice platforming skip. This area here is a little bit big. There's a lot of enemies to kill too. Well, we're gonna skip all of that. Interestingly, by doing these jumps, there's some enemies that would spawn right here on this flooring, but since we kind of got past the trigger, they do not even spawn in.
You literally just made your way.
And now once again, we are just right at the end of this section. And the boss is very much similar to the first one, and by similar, I mean it's exactly the same. So we're just gonna aim at the zits here.
When you say Zit, I think of that club in Osmosis Jones.
Watch out, Eve.
That was smooth, nice.
Thank you.
Not as hard as I expected.
And there's another legacy, so you know what that means.
More exposition.
More exposition.
And at this point, Raven gets progressively more and more distressed in all of these legacies.
We could hear 3 donations.
Okay, absolutely. A real quick update. I do want to say that we are steadily progressing towards that second run. We are now at 2,700 about of the 7,000 that we need. Keep them coming in. When you're sending in your snack recommendations, please make sure that you are using our add incentive button. It seriously helps so much. We really, really appreciate it. Hey, by the way, speaking of, if you are enjoying things, going on here. I just want to say that make sure that you are following, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you already have a free subscription that you can use to support the channel, and that helps support us year round. If you are on Twitch, use !sub in chat to use your free Prime sub.
We are coming up to the Spire section of the game, which is one of the most action-packed bits. Casually, it's extremely fun too. And in the run that we're watching here, there are just so many back-to-back awesome skips that we're gonna get to see. It's kind of like the rising action leading up to the climax of the game. So we're gonna have some really cool boss fights, and the bosses at this point are getting a little bit tankier, they're getting harder.
So what's happening in this legacy?
A lot of things.
So the bottom line is basically through logical conclusions and everything else that Raven has uncovered, she's realized that the Naytibas are in fact the mutated remnants of what was humanity. So basically everything they've been fighting for is more or less a lie.
Yeah, so like I mentioned a little bit earlier, Mother Sphere, this super AI that Raphael Marx created, decided that we need to do away with basic humans, and Mother Sphere created the Andro Eidos to wipe them out. And so they wanted to fight back, which is when they started genetically modifying themselves to, actually fight them. But that's when stuff went wrong and we have these beasts as a result.
So once again, we're back in Zion. You know what that means. Oh, we don't actually have to use a phone this time.
This is a quick one.
Yeah, this is a quick one. I forgot.
They want you to get to the end of the game ASAP because it's going to get really good.
Yeah, this is actually the part of the game where it basically gives you a warning and it says,
are you sure you want to continue?
Are you sure you want to go, because you can't do your side quests after this.
However, that's not entirely true. You can still do some of them, but you are locked out of the city Zion that we're in right now.
Yeah. So basically, Adam is quite literally just saying, yeah, meet me back at the Tetra Pod. I was like, yeah, I'll just phone over there.
At the end of the orbit elevator.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna head towards Australia, which is where there's like in the demo crawler boss fight we're gonna see a little bit later, there's a map in the background. You can see the regions, and you can see that Spire 4 is in Australia. So anybody watching over there? Yeah, anybody watching from Australia, shout out to you.
Cass, one of my friends who donated earlier, is actually watching from Australia right now. So he ought to be able to see Spire 4 from his house, right?
Something like that.
While we wait.
So yeah, in new game, this is where we unlock our second Exospine slot, but we already have that. So,
but we still appreciate Lily. She's like our Bulma from Dragon Ball. She's an engineer. She's gonna constantly improve us, and she does move the story forward. So shout out to Lily.
Are you already prepared to leave?
So how's the crowd doing tonight, or this morning rather?
One of them, depending on where you are. Yeah, can we get some hype from the crowd?
You guys enjoying your time? All right, we're gonna have some counting in a little bit, so you guys get ready for that. Get pumped.
Yes, we're gonna do a countdown, which will be a fun audience moment. Get my stopwatch ready.
So we're coming into Spire 4. Spire 4 is the most technical part of the speedrun because it is just skip into skip into skip.
High risk too.
High risk too. A very high risk. The hardest skip in the game is going to be at the end of it too. So, yeah. So we're gonna start out by climbing Jacob's ladder over here. If you wanna maybe talk about this? No, I can just whatever.
Looks like it's time to show off my skills.
So in that cutscene that we just skipped, Adam did receive a communication from Zion, and something's wrong, and he decided, okay, I'm gonna go back and help them.
He had to leave. So normally Adam's controlling the drone, but now it's just us and Lily, girl power.
Right. So we're gonna line up with get up on top of the invis walls, line up with 2 notches left of south, run along this invisible wall, double jump, dash, aim to the left of this ramp, sprint forward, drop, jump, dash, aim to the right of this green light, sprint, we're gonna sprint forward, drop, jump, hope it deloads. All right, it panicked, it's okay. We're gonna go to keyboard, and we're gonna swim our way over to this sort of like coral reef thing under the water, and then ground is gonna load in around us. And then we're gonna stand here, line up with this rock, aim a little bit to the left, and then we're gonna walk into the water. And now we're in an air swim. And this is one of those swim states where we're stuck swimming, but the water plane is deloaded. So we're just basically swimming through the air, and we will continue to do so until the water plane deloads, or we get sort of shot out of it. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of swim in a direction. We have time for 2 donations. Or 1 donation, sorry.
Well, I got you. All right. Percy has donated $10 to PCF and says, good luck on the run, Ashley. I'm enjoying some Taunt +2 chips right now. These got to be my favorite ones.
So we lined up with the second cliff there, and we're just going to swim all the way until we hit this invisible ball. So, Gino, you have a timer ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Once we hit this, we're going to open the pause menu. All right. And now we just got a ton of speed, and we're waiting for it to basically bleed off. So Gino has a timer down, and whenever he starts counting down, I want the audience to count down from 5. And whenever we hit 0, something special is going to happen. So where are we at, Gino?
We got to build up 30 seconds. We're at 15 seconds right now.
15 seconds.
We're just building up a ton of potential energy.
10 seconds?
10 seconds roughly.
All right,
Starting
everyone
soon,
ready?
Starting soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And off we go. So you can't really tell, but we're traveling at about
Look at the compass.
8,000.
Yeah, look, that compass is
That compass is
flying.
going nuts.
Oh, no.
And I unfortunately cannot see my lineup or my landmark in the distance. Uh-oh.
Can you use the compass to kind of guide you a little bit?
Oh, there it is. Okay, we swerved a little bit off course.
Nice save.
So we're gonna go kind of far left.
Dude, we're going so fast.
Oh, we're in space now.
Yep, there's like Earth underneath us.
Oh, we're back in the atmosphere. Okay.
The drone on the left, don't worry about that. Lily is,
Oh.
she's gonna be fine. She might need a barf bag.
I think I might need one.
Boom,
Oh,
just like
nice
that.
landing. That was clean.
Oh, my God.
It's not over yet, guys.
Okay.
There's more, but that was sick.
So we're gonna hit that autosave and then reload just to get back inbounds.
Very clean.
So once we load in, you're actually gonna see a boss fight or a boss here that we're completely skipping here.
Everyone be quiet so that he doesn't sense us.
We have to be very quiet. That is Belial. Super cool boss. But they're clocked out right now.
Clocked out.
They don't got time for this.
Yeah.
They get paid by the hour.
It's a supply camp.
He's on a snack break, you know?
Exactly. Do you guys have favorite snacks?
Sour Patch Kids.
I like peanut M&Ms.
This is where resources and raw materials are sent to the orbit.
Right, so we're in the next area. We're gonna trigger this next cutscene, and then we're going to line ourselves up and then try and get ourselves pinched in the door with this shipping container. Because once we get pinched, we can get another jump off and then get on top and then get back out of bounds. So we're just like, oh, okay, we got locked out over jump. We're gonna run that back. Okay. Might take a couple tries. Okay. Oh, we got the same thing happening again.
This is another FPS dependent jump, so just gets barely stuck on there.
All right, up and out of bounds, just like so. And then we're just gonna run across barren wasteland. So this is a whole bunch of like tricky obstacle course, pretty
All sorts
much.
of turrets just trying to kill
Yeah.
you. Casually, it's not easy.
So we're
They
gonna
will one-shot you.
So we're gonna bank right and then jump when it unloads. And then we are in the next section. This saves like well over 5 minutes, I feel.
Nice.
We're still out of bounds though. So we're gonna hopefully avoid this turret fire.
It will one-shot you, so it's no joke. Okay.
All right, and we're gonna run up here, run on top of this invisible wall.
I like the safety dodge, just in case.
Come over here, do a ledge grab right here, and we're gonna drop back in bounds into the next section. So once again, we just saved another like 3 or 4 minutes.
All right, we're back. Safety save?
Not yet.
Not yet. Soon. We're here at the Raphael Space Center.
Which way should I go?
The music is starting to get a little bit more epic.
Right. It's not too far.
Yeah, throughout all of Spire 4 casually, the soundtrack is definitely doing a fair bit of like building. Because we are literally going, like, we're scaling a huge tower, and that's where the climax of the game takes
going to
place pretty
space.
much.
Going to space, baby. Can't understate how awesome the soundtrack is.
So we're gonna,
We have a little platforming trick here, and then we're going to switch to
Look at that.
our keyboard. Because the puzzle coming up, you got to use like 100% of your brain. And if you do it on gamepad, it can be tricky.
we'll switch to keyboard, and that just makes it easier to hold like straight angles.
Because we're using WASD and the arrow keys here.
And as you said, 100% of our brain power.
Yeah, it's nice using the arrow keys because you can do the cardinal directions a lot faster than on, analog stick.
And you can kind of buffer the next direction, just like so.
I'm really bad at that puzzle, but I've never tried it on keyboard. I'm a pad warrior.
Let's go to the other side.
All right, so we're gonna hopefully not get slapped by any of these guys. All right, perfect.
If you get slapped by any of those tentacles that come out of the ground, the enemies behind are pretty beefy.
Yeah, and the
They'll
whole
start stun-locking
cavalry comes after you. So,
Oh, yeah. They're happy to stun lock you.
all right, so we're gonna try and stealth around these guys so we can get over to the safety save.
Are they reinforcements?
The movement tech that we do, the rush, it can auto lock on. So there was a dog enemy there that we just make sure to avoid because we don't want to accidentally lock onto them and trigger them. Then we got to fight everybody. It's a huge mess.
All right, so we're just grabbing this safety save, and I'm also gonna reload just to reset the AI.
Good idea.
Speaking of the music,
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Is this your favorite skip that we're doing here?
I have mixed feelings. This is the hardest skip in the run, though, for sure. So we're gonna try and jump up in here, get stuck. Got it first freaking try, guys.
Awesome. But we're not out of the woods yet.
So we're gonna go into talkie mode, jump up on this invisible here.
Clean. This is so risky because if you run out of talking mode, you cannot try this again.
I think this is the best song in the game.
Yeah, this is Taki's theme in
Then we're gonna
phase
come over
3.
here, we're gonna line up right here, we're gonna do a quick slope jump. Map's gonna deload. I don't know if we went high enough. Okay, we did, first try.
That was amazing.
Gonna line up here, jump, run forward. And we have to hold the stick very straight because we're running along on an invisible wall that's about like this
Razor
wide.
thin.
Yeah, razor thin. Then once that logo gets halfway off the screen, we're gonna jump to the left here. Gonna jump over here. Blink into photo mode just to unload it. Gonna slope jump off this piece of mold here.
Nice.
And then we're gonna climb back inbounds. Oh, okay, it's being a little difficult.
A little finicky.
A little difficult. We gotta wait for it to, there we go. Oh my God. I got all the hard stuff.
You got the hard stuff, it's
yeah.
all right.
There we go. And we're back in bounds.
Nice composure. But there's a few more skips.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. But that was the craziest, hardest skip. That was insane that you got it on first try.
That alone is like 8
Very
minutes
nice.
of gameplay right there.
That was awesome, man.
Just above. But I'm having a hard time finding a path there.
Gonna do a quick little distance jump there.
The only choice is the path before us.
And then we're gonna run along these wall panels and get up on top of this little droid hanging out in the corner. Jump up on this invisible wall. Oh my God. We're gonna fall off the invisible wall.
All part of the plan.
Eve, can you just cooperate, please? Please? Okay. There we go. Didn't quite make it.
Ooh, almost.
All right, we'll run it back.
That is a
Walking
really
in a
tight
hurry.
jump.
This is an incredibly tight jump. Yep.
Should we get a donation?
No, I think I'll get it this time.
I believe, chat. Lend your power.
Nope, I missed it.
They're maintenance drones.
All right, we got time for a donation.
This place is still up and running because of them.
All right, I have $25 sent in by Pretty Chic for a Girl Geek, saying a stellar run for a stellar cause. Good luck, Ashley, and I love snacking on popcorn, less than 3. I personally am a Dots enjoyer myself, the classic red bag specifically. But thank you so much
There
for
we
your
go.
generosity. Yeah.
That was clean. A lot of third times the charm in this run, but then the hardest one knocked it out perfectly.
What time is it?
We're at 117.
I meant real life time.
I don't even know what real life is anymore.
Whatever. It's the 6 in the morning kind of vibe,
So sleep
right?
deprived.
We're up to 7 now.
Up to 7 a.m. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Don't worry.
Please grab the rope. Okay. So quick little skip. You might not even realize it's a skip, but you can just jump into this next cutscene trigger like that. And then we're in a little funny QTE section like, oh no, everything's falling down around us.
What's interesting about that is that they made the cutscene trigger bigger because in early builds, you could just jump straight to the platform and skip the whole escape sequence.
Oh no! It's about to collapse!
Guess I'm
And there's one more skip.
One last skip. So we're gonna
Careful.
jump into the sticky
Way
spot.
around to the other side.
We're a little low, so we have some work to do. All right, we're gonna grab onto this stuff. And we're gonna try and slope boost up this.
Beautiful.
Just like that. First friggin' try.
Dude, super impressive. Cannot understate how hard all this stuff is.
That is all the 80% skips in the run right there.
Let's go. We just have a boss rush left and a lot of cool music and relaxing bits. This is Arisa, a side character that we're not going to know her for very long.
Looks like a maid type.
Unfortunately. Do you want to talk about who Arisa is?
Just how long do we have to wait?
She's a maid type human.
She's an android, and androids are kind of like seen as an obsoleted race in this game. So that's why the music kind of goes along with it because it's quite somber. She's a relic of the past.
Why does she keep talking when I'm trying to work?
And she's really polite. If you stand in front of her when she's walking somewhere, she'll be like, I cannot make contact with my master. And she'll just wait for you to move.
The P161 lift to the Preston ground will be working.
So we're just opening boxes. We don't have much else to do. I am going to switch to my ammo type. I'm going to switch to sonic grenades, and I'm going to switch my exospine back to beta trance. This is kind of a new strat, but I'm doing this mostly for safety. Whenever we have the beta trance exospine equipped, we gain beta energy much quicker, which is going to come in handy in the upcoming boss fights. With that said, we do have time for many donations, so...
Wait a moment.
Absolutely. I have $10 from MASH saying, amazing Stellar Blade, Ashley. Commentary has been a superb treat from you and your lovely couch. It's actually really nice to know there's fun to be had in the game for glitched runs as well. Love from the Nier and Drakengard community.
I want to shout out the Nier and Drakengard community. They have supported me in my GDQ speedrunning journey, and they are just a group of wonderful people. I love them. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mash and Percy.
The second floor is the family suite.
Got time for some more?
Yeah, keep them coming.
All right. An anonymous $25 donation saying, I absolutely love watching GDQ. I am cancer-free for 3 years now myself. Congratulations.
Nice.
And I find it amazing that foundations like these exist. Keep up the great work and good luck with this super fun run. Thank you so much. Congratulations on being cancer-free for 3 years. Also, $100 in here. Thank you so much from BW. Hey, I heard we're doing snacks. Anyone big on salt and vinegar chips? Ooh, I got a woo in there. Yeah.
2 woos.
They're salty and sour. All right. $50 again from Ali K has returned. I told myself I would donate another $50 if you hit belly. I'll skip first try.
Pretty much everything here.
Who was that? Who donated that?
Alakai? Oh, I'm so sorry. Alakai.
Alakai, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's my boy.
The path to the third floor is once again open.
All right, so here we do have a little bit of combat. I'm gonna do switch up the strat I usually do here a little bit. We're gonna try and get 2 retributions here. Is it the triangle or square?
The Y one, the triangle one. Oh, we're so strong, we just downed them. But now we can pop the grenade to get that extra 2 balance off. Nice, that was clean. Happy we got to show off 2 burst skills.
We're gonna come up, we're gonna shoot this guy once, and then we're gonna... Oh, this guy's just getting in my way, huh?
Stuck on a little bit of terrain there, so Eve did a dive kick because it seemed like we were airborne for just a moment.
Nice day.
And we are a little bit time gated there, so that I didn't lose much time.
Mm-hmm.
The atmosphere feels different here.
Look at how expensive this place looks. This is the Prestige Lounge.
So this is actually the part of the run where the boss strats actually get a little complicated. I've never seen this guy do this, by the way. Have you?
Happens very rarely. It's happened to me like maybe a handful of times.
Well, that is my personal that's never happened before moment.
In like my 70 or so playthroughs, that's happened maybe 3 or 4 times.
All right, you want to talk about what I'm about to do here?
Yeah, so we're gonna fight Katakuri here. We don't have access to our guns, so we're gonna be doing some melee strats. And we have this down to a science, so we're gonna go in with a rush first. Do our big beta skill, an infinite wave. 2 sets of jumping attacks to charge up more beta energy while we can. And then we're gonna land and do 2 or 3 more and parry this 3 string here. 1, 2, and 3. Going into phase 2, she's gonna do her transition here. If you get hit by this attack, it will stop you from being able to use your abilities. Gonna down her again with another infinite wave. Keep building our beta energy to prepare for the next boss. Nice shield break interrupting the attack, and that was a good fight. Good stuff.
That's super clean. Stuck to the script. Let's go.
That boss is absolutely wild. They can drop some spawns. They're called kokeshis. They're like these little robots, and they will mess with you. They'll ruin your day. That's the first like creepy boss in the game. They're kind of stalking you. We didn't see it in the cutscenes. Also, beautiful
Yeah, this
boss
arena is
arena.
crazy.
Amazing cherry blossoms and everything. Very similar to the optional boss, Scarlet from the DLC. They both have really pretty arenas.
I want to say that this was a point in the game that I got to, and I was like, yeah, this game really is special. Like, it's showing me things I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's different songs for different people that really hit and make you feel like, wow, this game is an all-timer.
Yeah, like everyone has that moment where, oh, this game grabbed me here, and that was pretty much it for me.
For me, it was the intro.
Like playing Ashley, how long would it take to get up to this point of the game?
Man, we're like
I was
30.
at like 40 hours at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so we do unfortunately have a really long auto scroller, so I want to take the opportunity to do my shout out. So I want to firstly shout out my girlfriend on the couch here. She supports me in every single thing I do. And then I also want to shout out my buddy Colin, who's upstairs. He's the only reason I'm even able to attend this event. So huge shout outs to him. I want to shout out Halfway. He did not even hesitate to say yes whenever I asked if he would couch for this run. And then I also want to shout out the rest of the Stellar Blade speedrunning community, because speedrunning is a hobby that has led me to meeting some very wonderful people who I've come to call friends. So I want to shout out Blue Metal and JMC. As I said before, they did a ton of route finding and glitch hunting when the PC version came out, and they routed in like all of the air swim stuff that you've seen pretty much. So huge shout outs to them. I want to shout out Flufferdoodles, who's in the audience, for making the load remover for the game and helping with the auto splitter. I also want to shout out Westjang, who also worked on the auto splitter and made the very tools that we use to break the game in half. And then I want to shout out my friend Darave. He routed the first version of this any percent route, and if it wasn't for him, I would not even wanted to pick up this game. And I also want to shout out Big Sid, Metara, and Big Cookie Jar for being awesome people, just speedrun community ambassadors. And then also in 2 weeks, it'll have been 6 years since my mother passed away with cancer, and 3 weeks ago it was 9 years since my best friend passed away with lung cancer. Cancer is something that has adversely affected everyone on my couch, I want to say, and probably a lot of people in the audience. I've just heard so many donations this week about how many people who have been affected by cancer. So that is why it's so important to me that AGDQ is raising money for PCF. Gives me people like me the opportunity to be the lights to raise money for such a good cause. So thank you to the games community for giving me the opportunity to run this game. Thank you for the production team that makes this event run smoothly. Thank you for my fellow runners who make this event possible, and thank you to everyone who's donated for supporting such a good cause.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Want to talk about this awesome elevator and how we can lose 20 seconds like this?
We got a little bit of bad RNG on the elevator shaft.
With that said, let's hear some of those donators.
Absolutely. All right, Jason Finelli has sent in $25 and says, for marathon snacks, midnight snacks, or marathon midnight snacks, you cannot beat the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Shout outs to PB&J, and shout out to GDQ for getting over $1 million.
Let's go.
Trans rights. I also want to say, as a quick update, we are over 3,000 of the way there to that bonus second run, any percent run. I'm going to keep saying it for a minute. We need 7,000 to make that happen. I know you can do it, chat. ! Donate. gdq.gg/donate, or check the pinned link on YouTube. Yes, I'm talking to you, YouTube. Hello, good morning. We also have $100 here from Demo Pat saying thank you to the runners and everyone donating to this amazing cause. Yes, Ashley said so a minute ago. We are here helping to be the light and shed some light on the incredible work that PCF does. This is such an important cause, and we are so thankful for you for being here. By the way, if you are watching on Twitch and you just cannot possibly pull your eyes away from the screen for this run, which frankly, I agree with you, did you know that you can donate directly to PCF from our Twitch channel using the Twitch charity tool? So there is a donate to charity button right below the stream, and from the pop-up menu, you can donate directly to Prevent Cancer Foundation, or you can choose Support Games Done Quick option to subscribe to the channel, and you can help make our year-round content be the best it can be.
Big boss fight here. We're going with a dash attack. Parry the 3-string. 2, 3.
Missed it.
Get an infinite wave in. and then a shotgun to put them into phase 2. They have an early phase 2 here, so they're going to transition. But we're going to continue attacking. So while they're not taking damage, we're able to continue building our beta again in the bottom left, those little blue squares. And we're looking good. We got full beta energy. Another infinite wave, down them. Into the shotgun. We have the suppression extra spine on, which deals additional damage to enemies when they are down. And it also keeps them down longer. This is a little bit unfortunate because 3, they did go for an extra string. Normally they just transition straight into phase 3. Wow, this is awesome. Since we're full on beta, we don't gotta keep farming. Gotta wait a little bit and then go for an infinite wave to down them. And then hit him with the shotgun.
Just like that.
Into one of the coolest kill cutscenes. This soundtrack, by the way, by Pernell. Awesome vocals. Shout out to her YouTube channel. She has a really cool music video doing vocals for this song with clips of the gameplay too.
Oh yeah, I want to shout out BloodThunder too. And also shout out Captain Ezekiel for letting me borrow his keyboard. Thank you guys so much. I love you to death. Yeah, so this is a very long finisher cutscene because she realizes that what the boss we just fight is not actually the Alpha Nativa. It's actually a giant infestation at the top of the space station.
It's the only boss that doesn't really lose. They got the last laugh. And now we're in space.
Also, this scene was in the first thing I saw in the trailer. I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. This is a cool bit because we're gonna see the true Alpha Nativa. This is Demogorgon. And they're modeled after a biblically correct angel. Of course, there's lots of biblical references in this game. We have Adam and Eve, Lilith. So we're gonna put it all on the line and transform our drone into a life energy cannon. So looking at if you look at the bottom left, our health bar, all of these shots we're using are going to consume some of our health. So if you shoot you shoot too many times and miss, you can fail here. It's also on a timer. So if you're too slow, there's a little secret cutscene where you kind of just fail and fall to the earth.
Yeah, if you miss too much, which I don't know how you could miss too much, but like as you can see, the health bar in the lower left, it goes down with each shot. So if you miss, you can't just die.
We got a big health bar though. We're good.
We do have a big health bar. Yeah.
We don't miss shots here. We use Kovacs Aim Trainer.
This is very much like Resident Evil once again with the eyeballs, you know?
This feels very much like a Resident Evil final boss for sure.
Those eyes kind of remind me like very Birkin-esque.
Absolutely.
And that's a wallpaper right there. I've taken so many screenshots of this, dude. We get rescued by this mech called Providence. We have a little bit of a Gundam moment there.
Thank you.
But we sent a message to the colony, Lily does, and we barely get rescued in time, so as Eve is falling to Earth.
So where does Lily get the mech from?
It's from the colony.
It's from the colony?
She sends out a distress signal.
Okay. Yeah, that was a question I know we were
basically
we were asking ourselves 'cause we
Mother
forgot.
Sphere sent it over.
Okay.
But it's very Gundam-esque, or it kind of looks like at the end of Matrix Revolutions, you know, with all the Matrix illusions. Very much like a mech like that.
For sure. So now what's going on in the story is they're kind of wondering where's Adam because, you know,
Adam left at the beginning of Spire.
Yeah, he left at the beginning of Spire. We hadn't heard anything from him, and we assumed that something went bad in Burning Zion.
And since the very beginning of the game, Eve has kind of been suspicious of Adam.
Been a little bit, but she has continued to cooperate and work with him despite that. Unfortunately, though, this is one of the cutscenes that the devs forgot to let us, you know, skip. So we have time for 2 donations.
I gotcha. All right. Pixelated Chaos has donated $25 and says, good morning, GDQ. The runs have been amazing, and despite it being 4 a.m. in a house in Washington, I am enjoying these amazing early morning runs with you all. Thank you to the amazing late night and early morning runners. You made my work week. Thank you so much, Pixelated Chaos. And I also want to mention some of our wonderful donors who have opted not to provide a comment, but have wonderfully shared their kindness with us, like Peter donating $10, Grubane donating $100, and KCB donating another $10. Thank you so much to all 3 of you for your generosity. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it.
Big boss fight coming up. Yeah, the city is under attack. The Fire Nation attacked or something, but this is unidentified native, but they went on a rampage. So this is also, if we do this perfectly, the AI will react the same time every time. So here's phase 2. 1 and dodge. Out of range of it, that works too. Go for the down. Into the shotgun, taking extra damage. Into phase 3, do they transition immediately?
Yeah, we'll see.
Nice.
Perfect.
Now we're gonna wait until unidentified native kind of lands. Once her feet touches the ground, we're gonna go for a down and finish her off.
All right, we got a little unlucky here.
A little bit unlucky. Nice dodge to recover. Unfortunately, we got the insta-kill. So this boss introduces a mechanic called insta-kills. If you don't shoot all these targets, it's an insta-kill.
Aptly named.
Oh my goodness.
That was close, but we're in there.
Whatever.
Let's
What is
finish
a
it
cool
off in
finisher?
a stylish way. That works. So this is the boss that took out our friend Taki. Got rid of her arm just like the intro of Sekiro. And we have a very satisfying kill cutscene here. I mean, the camera angles go nuts.
This game has some really cool finishers. I think my favorite one isn't even in the run, so.
Which is your favorite?
Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah, with the hammer.
Yeah, with the hammer and she
Very
does
badass.
Yep.
Good
All right.
stuff.
So
We're gonna skip it, but inside of this costume is Raven.
it's like a Scooby-Doo, like, oh,
little-
it was Raven all along, right?
If it weren't for those meddling kids.
All right, we're good on beta, I think.
Kind of low on health there. We looked like we were set up for Red Tear Stone Ring.
You know, I didn't even realize I was at 1 HP, so that was a close call for
That was
sure.
clutch. Granted, if you do die though, similar to Sekiro, you know, shadows die twice. You have an item called the WB pump, so you are able to revive instantly.
And so coming up, we do have a very long unskippable cutscene, so let's hear some.
All right, absolutely. Okay, $100 has come in from Lou saying, donating in honor of my boss's battle with cancer. A month after retiring, he was diagnosed, which he certainly did not deserve. I hope PCF will help in preventing any of this from happening to anybody in the future. Also, trans rights now more than ever before. Absolutely, thank you so much. I also want to shout out, we have a $500 anonymous donation. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Wow.
Incredibly generous. We appreciate you so, so, so much. By the way, we are at 3,200 out of the 7,000 that we need for Minute. So keep those coming in. We still want to hear your snacks, your marathon snack ideas, anything like that. Don't worry, you've been keeping me hungry and so excited in between all the wonderful music and wonderful visuals of this game. We've been having such a blast. ! Donate, gdq.gg/donate, or the YouTube pin. Thank you so much for your generosity and everybody for supporting PCF. It is an incredible cause. We appreciate you so, 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 so much.
What we're learning here is that Oracle was the original Alpha Nativa.
I thought I could atone for my sins.
So huge lore dump here. And very conveniently, you know what's interesting about this cutscene is that on the original build of the game, like when it went gold on disc, this is a skippable cutscene. But here we gotta watch just the intro bit. I figure they're like, this is way too important, you can't miss this dialogue. But then it very conveniently does give you the option in the middle to skip, and we skip past the goriest part. So we got 3 alpha cores. We weren't able to get the one from space.
We lost it.
And he'll reveal that he has
Space.
the 4th one. He's gonna pull it straight out of his body. But we skip all that. And with 4 alpha cores, we're able to create the master core. The master core is going to give us access to the nest where the elder nativa is. I think we got time for more donations. What do you think, Ashley?
Yes, go for it.
Shout out to Kaya, our biggest fan.
All right, absolutely. We have $10 in here from Slamphibian, which is an amazing name. I'm sorry, that one got me. Hey, GDQ, I'm watching live from Japan, and I've been loving the marathon this year. I've been watching since 2016, and it won't let moving stop me from catching GDQ all week. I dedicate this to my mother who kicked breast cancer's butt this year. Congrats, Mom. Love you, Mom. Yeah, shout out to
moms.
Yeah, shout out to moms.
It's not.
Wait, the bike. Yes, the bike. Lucky for
Got time for a
us.
couple more?
He said
Yes,
he
go for it.
Lily.
All right, okay.
Get going right away.
We have $100 from Clur, that is CL and 4 R's. Thanks for doing good in a world going wild. AGDQ is the dose of wholesome that I need right now. Good luck on the run and have fun. Yeah, this has been an incredible run. This has just been like a visual smorgasbord. We've got like, or a sensory smorgasbord, really. We've got these like beautiful visuals, this incredible story, the music. Oh my gosh. If you are just tuning in, you're gonna wanna make sure that you go back and watch the VOD of this. This has been a blast.
There's a couple of vinyls available too. There's like 2 vinyls, but they're very limited edition, not cheap for this game soundtrack.
It looks like a fallen colony module.
Let's take a look around. There's a legacy. It's another record from Raven.
So what's happening now story-wise?
Attacked Zion.
So this is the final legacy
What else it might reveal?
from Raven that she leaves for us.
That's
And we skip all of it. So there's important dialogue there, but we get into quite an argument with Raven. She's upset with us. Essentially what's going on is that Adam, but there's some spoilers, but pretty much Raven was in a bit of a contest with Eve, and so she got jealous that essentially Eve got chosen over her to be the ultimate. Basically, the Elder Native was trying to fuse. We'll talk about it soon. We'll talk about it soon once we get to the next boss. But here's Raven. So we're gonna see who wore it better.
I can't believe I have to fight in this.
A little bit of a cat fight.
The body of a super weapon created.
Casually, this is a huge difficulty spike.
Nah, it's okay.
Very different music yet again.
This song is a banger. Very upbeat.
I've been grooving at my desk, I'm not gonna lie, the second this one started.
That was really nice. With that grenade at the end, we avoided her invincible attack, Tempest.
Oh my
You took
God.
our friend's arm, we're gonna take your arm.
So that's one arm,
We're not gonna stop there though.
and that's the other arm. So that's like 2 Silent Hill Fs right there.
Shout out to Zeke.
Shout out to Zeke. All right, this is a super long cutscene, so do we want to get a crowd selfie?
You did it, Eve.
Yeah?
Get a selfie.
Yeah?
I'm down.
Y'all want to group up?
Everybody squeeze in.
Yeah, everybody squeeze in. Give me your phone.
Hesitating. Because we were
I can find it.
Or because I'm human like you.
Thank you all for coming out to watch my run at such an incredible hour.
Yeah, whether you're an early riser or a night owl, shout outs to the crowd.
Everybody smile. I'm smiling from back here, I promise.
Thank you guys.
Beautiful.
Keep some donations coming. Let's hear them.
All right, I did want to say, we've had a couple people saying that they are watching from work. Hey, have you heard about corporate matching? Specifically, check with your employer to see if your donation is eligible for a match. Many of PCF's matching gifts come from AGDQ every single year, and it makes a huge difference in our ability to support cancer prevention and early detection efforts across the United States. So if you are watching from work, make sure that you check that one out. It would be absolutely amazing to help us with PCF's vision, which is a world where cancer is preventable, detectable, and beatable for all.
You don't know anything. Kill me.
Oh, we got time for more.
All right, absolutely. I do want to shout out that there are folks that donate to us that send in their love both anonymously and with no comment. And we are so appreciative of that. Thank you so much for everything. So some of those amounts, we have $20 coming in, $25, another $25, $100, $250. Anonymous with no comment. Thank you so much for your generosity. Remember, you do not have to include your name or a comment to share your love with the stream. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, with the Raven there in the last cutscene, we're gonna go ahead and keep her alive for the sequel. They don't explicitly kill her off, so. And this is the entrance to the nest. So here's the Master Core going in. All of our efforts. This is a very long, unskippable cutscene, so ideal bathroom break.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, dude, like sometimes I'll just be changing my cat's litter during these breaks. Go get a snack, refill my water bottle.
Okay, wait, hang on. I want to hear about your cat.
Oh, my cat, he's a brown tabby.
Oh, little baby.
Yeah, he was a dumpster cat. I found him behind a Home Depot.
I too have a dumpster cat.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to dumpster cats. Everybody tell me about your cats and where you got them. Where in the cat distribution system did you get them? I want to know. gdq.gg/donate, please.
You said dumpster cat, and I thought you meant like he just eats garbage.
Actually found
That's
him.
more
like,
mine, yeah.
He lived by a dumpster. It was just super friendly, so I had to snag him. And he had his ear clipped, so I knew he had been TNR'd.
All right, so yeah, we're loading up into basically the Nativo nest. This is the last section of the run, pretty much.
Super pretty area, and for how short of a time you spend here, they spared no expense with the details. I mean, just look at this place. And again, every area has a unique track, so tons of songs, so many gems hidden
Some of them
in there.
have multiple unique tracks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is true. In the open areas, like, we didn't talk about any of the like open area stuff, but the areas, there's so many side quests to do, and after completing certain things, it will change the music, like in the wasteland and the desert, and all those songs are great.
Yeah, so it'll start out sounding like kind of sad and incomplete, and then you wind up with like a full like
Same with Zion. As you
orchestrated, musical piece.
As you get more hypercells to provide more power to Zion, it gets a little bit happier. Are you gonna buy ammo or no?
Nope.
Not today.
All right, we're just gonna do a quick little trick jump right there.
You can die if you mess that up, so that was slick.
Yep. Let me go right into the end here.
Okay, going into our big ending spoiler cutscene. It turns out Adam, he's kind of posed like a Yakuza, but no, he is the Elder Natiba.
Sorry.
He's just showing off that back tattoo. So we learn that Adam is actually Raphael Marx. Raphael Marx was the creator
We're
of
just gonna
Mother
kick
Sphere.
him over here.
We're gonna knock him down.
We can save everything.
Just flops over.
We don't got time for all that. He wants to chat, and here, just look at this guy. Look at his design.
Now we're fighting Arceus from Pokemon.
Reminds me of like some Nilo Angelo, kind of like DMC looking
Now it really begins.
something. But look at those wings. Absolutely gorgeous. The combat or the concept art on this guy is incredible. Very nice down, by the way. We're gonna go into phase 2 immediately. Good interrupt. Now we want to stay on top of him. If we don't pressure him immediately, he's gonna turn into a wall and waste a bit of time.
Just like that.
We got the wall, but we can keep doing damage though, so this isn't the worst. Luckily, we can keep attacking, and our guns are strong. Nice dodges. Okay, now we're in there.
And this is that musical motif from earlier.
Flooded commercial sector.
And that
Making a
is
comeback.
That is almost the end of the game.
Time is on the credits, when the credits start. Gonna go ahead and do an Omni Slash here. And how thematic that we're doing it in Taki mode.
So this, my friends, was Stellar Blade. Time is not up until the credits, as we said. We have a couple of cutscenes to go, but yes, that was pretty much the game, more or less. I want to shout out everyone on my couch again. Shout out everyone in the crowd. Shout out the GDQ staff for being so amazing and incredible. They let me run every single skip in the game because I wasn't sure if the computer could do it or not. Just being, so incredibly patient and awesome with everything. And again, shout out to the crowd for being up at this ridiculous hour. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go. You guys have been great. So much energy at a crazy hour, man. You guys are awesome.
Hurry!
By the way, this is the bad ending. There are 3 endings in this game. If you want to see the other ones, check the game out on PC and PS5. But I was going to say real quick is that Adam wanted to fuse with Eve to save humanity. And so by leading us to the Alpha Natibas, he was kind of testing Eve to see if she was a worthy fusion mate. And Raven did not like that. We're going to return to the colony here. This is one of the bad endings. There's a worse ending, and then there's a good ending.
It's another great wallpaper right there.
Absolutely.
There you go. So time is coming
very
up.
soon.
Yeah, as soon as you see the credits.
On that first name that pops up.
And time.
Underestimate. Nice stuff, man.
GG. Oh my gosh, that was exhilarating.
Congrats, Ashley.
Half, you want to shout anything out?
Oh yeah, quick shout out to my beautiful fiance. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday. I love you.
Happy birthday.
You can go to sleep now. And thanks again for inviting me. It's been super fun.
It was my pleasure, my friend. Thank you guys. Thank you guys once again. That's all I have for you.
Amazing. Can we get another round of applause for Ashley one more time for this incredible Stellar Blade run? Oh, what a sight to behold. Incredible
Good stuff,
movement.
Ashley. Thank you. That first try Belial skip was choice.
Oh, it couldn't have gone, any better.
I have a quick shout out. Shout out to Hypertube, which we skipped.
Yeah.
Look up the Hypertube song.
Yeah,
recommend you guys check out the game because there is a lot that we skipped, especially boss battles. And like Bliss was saying, there's a lot of content, there's a lot of lore, a lot of story, so you should go check it out. There are 2 more endings as well, so you should go.
He has an entire YouTube channel full of challenge runs of this game because this game has just so much challenge running potential. It's quite something.
It's kind of my thing. The category I just did yesterday, the speedrun, it's about 2 hours longer than this. So there's a lot more you get to see there if you were interested in the rest of the game, but I recommend you just check it out yourself. Pick up the demo. It's free. It's on Steam. It's on PS5 store. Demo's great.
And that's all I have for you guys.